Hi everyone, welcome. I'm glad to see you. I'm Peter, and this is the new episode of my Peter's English podcast. And let's start with the slogan. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, this is picture in picture mode episode. It's a storytelling episode, and this storytelling episode is about chapter 3 of season 3 of my novel Viera the Vampire Diary. It's called Lost in London, Viera's Dark Instinct Awakens. And this is, people, my totally new story created by myself. And without further ado, I want to read you the story right now. Let's go. Can you see it? Yes, you can. Perfect. Let's start. Okay, people, I'm going to read you the story right now. Okay, chapter 3 of season 3, Lost in London, Viera's Dark Instinct Awakens. Viera's diary entry. Well, here we are. Welcome to London. Everywhere it says, welcome to London, but nobody gives you free money. So what now? What's the plan, boss? We don't know London, we have no money, we don't speak English. A beautiful start to a new life, that's for sure. Viera, you planned this perfectly, as always, Peter complained to Viera at the entrance to Heathrow Airport in London. She immediately snapped back at him. Better shut your mouth. Nobody said it would be easy, and I never promised I would wipe your backside like your mother. I'm hungry, thirsty, and very tired. Peter began to cry, and at that moment Viera's instinct started to take over. A familiar voice spoke to her. Oh my, a lover's argument between you two. What a situation. I told you to leave that human worm and finally start listening to me. Be quiet. You're the last thing I need right now. Viera was talking to herself, which completely terrified Peter. A chill ran down his spine and he immediately reacted. Viera, who are you talking to? For heaven's sake, why are you talking to yourself? Look how you scared him. Why are you talking to yourself? Poor little thing. The situation is complicated and now Viera is starting to lose it. You're so hungry, so tired, and this little human looks so delicious. Take him. Do it the way you like it, said the vampire, Viera's dark self. Viera, sweetheart, who are you talking to? And why are you looking at me like that? Peter asked with fear in his eyes, completely terrified. Viera's survival instinct turned her into a dangerous predator. Without any difficulty, she took control of Peter's mind and ordered him, Take my hand romantically and walk with me cheerfully and lovingly until we reach a place with no witnesses. Peter obeyed Viera's command without a word, and Viera cuddled up to him lovingly and led him to a quiet street with no witnesses. The vampire voice spoke again. You have him exactly where you wanted him. Act! Viera stared at Peter's neck with obsessive focus. She couldn't look away. At the last moment, her love for Peter returned her control over her instincts, and she immediately began to cry. I can't do this to him. I love him. I love this boy. Her instinct mocked her instantly. Since when did you became so soft? Fine, I have time, but you don't. Viera fought desperately to regain control, which cost her a huge amount of strength, but in the end, she succeeded and said to herself, I won't listen to you anymore. I'm too dangerous for my boy. I'm a monster. I'm a creature. Viera and Peter were so exhausted that they quickly fell asleep on the abandoned street. The next morning, the owner of a typical English pub, who was called Thomas Bennet, woke up very early, completely annoyed. Another boring day in my miserable life. I have no wife, no girlfriend. 40 is knocking on the door at my business. My English pub looks terrible. Come on, mate. Keep your head up. Somehow it was, somehow it will be. Get up while you still can. As he said it, he did it. He was a young man, 45 years old, and his mother immediately came to chase him out of bed just in case. Son, get up! It's time to earn millions of pounds! The business won't run itself. The young owner replied, I'm going already, ma'am. He quickly washed, ate the breakfast his mother had prepared, and took the underground to his business. He was the owner of a typical English pub that his family had owned for generations since Victorian times. He was just about to open the door of his pub when he noticed two people sleeping on the ground in front of his business. He immediately started complaining, well, this is something. Two homeless people ruining my business. Hey, you two, get out of here while I'm asking nicely. Then he realized they were not ordinary homeless people. One of them was a beautiful, young, gothic girl with long black raven-like hair, completely dirty in dirty clothes. She immediately caught his attention. Her beauty literally took his breath away. He even told himself, mate, you're lucky today. You don't see such a beauty around here very often. She looks like a beauty from Eastern Europe. She must be mine. She would make a beautiful bride. I know, she's my future dream girlfriend. Offer her help quickly, you fool, quickly, before someone else gets ahead of you. The young girl immediately spoke and began begging him on her knees, crying, Sir, please, I don't speak English very well. I'm very tired, hungry and thirsty. Please help me and my boyfriend here. We have no money. We can repay you with work if possible. Please help us. The owner, completely in love with the beautiful girl with long raven and black hair, offered everything he could. He immediately said, Good morning, girl. Good morning, beautiful lady. I can offer you and your boyfriend work in my pub in the kitchen. But first, I will take you to my mother's home. You must wash, eat, and rest. We will start tomorrow morning. You will come with me by underground. I will pay for everything. The girl gave him a big kiss on the cheek and thanked him for all tears. Sir, my partner and I thank you very much. You don't even know how you saved both our lives. The owner called a taxi, paid for it, and ordered the driver to take both homeless people to his home. Thomas Bennett's mother was very shocked, but she immediately realized the potential of this gothic beauty from Eastern Europe as a suitable candidate to become her son's future bride. When her son explained over the phone, Mom, you won't believe it, but I found this girl and her boyfriend right in front of my pub. I feel she's the right one. Quickly help them both as much as you can. Show them our typical English hospitality. Thomas' mother smiled at the two homeless people and replied to her son, Son, you finally came to your senses. She's a beautiful girl for you. It doesn't matter that she has a boyfriend. Once she gets to know you, she'll throw her arms around your neck immediately. Finally, luck has smiled on us. Don't worry about anything. I'll even dance at your wedding. All right, I'm ending the call now. I must take care of our guests. Welcome to our humble home. You don't need to worry about anything. The bathroom is here, the beds are over there, and the food will be ready in a moment, said Thomas Bennett's mother. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. My name is Viera and my boyfriend's name is Peter. I started my business with great enthusiasm, but its collapse took everything from me. I have nothing to pay you with, Viera burst into tears. Thomas' mother immediately introduced herself. My ill-mannered son surely didn't introduce himself to you or tell you anything about us. My name is Mrs. Bennett, and I'm the mother of my son, Thomas Bennett. We are the owners of a typical English pub that our family has owned since Victorian times. We are happy to help people in need. My son surely offered you work in the kitchen of our business, which we need as soon as possible. My son has a good eye for talent like you, Miss Viera. And of course, your boyfriend will also find his place in our kitchen. Now wash yourselves, eat, rest, and above all, don't worry about anything. Viera immediately thanked her politely. Thank you very much from both of us. You are very kind. We will certainly repay everything with honest work in your business. That I'm sure of. Mrs. Bennet smiled. In the evening, Thomas Bennet returned from work at his pub, completely impatient and nervous. He immediately asked his mother, So, how is that girl with the long black raven-like hair? You fool! You forgot to introduce yourself to our guests, but I handled everything properly. They can start tomorrow, Mrs. Bennet said proudly. Excellent! I can't wait for tomorrow. Thomas Bennet began daydreaming. Don't you dare do something stupid. You won't find such a beauty just like that. Mrs. Bennet started lecturing her son like a little boy. But Mom, I know how to deal with women, don't I? Thomas Bennet snapped. And that's exactly what I'm afraid of. Mrs. Bennet shook her head. Viera and Peter washed themselves, ate, and slept like babies. The next morning, Mrs. Bennet greeted them warmly. Good morning, my children. How did you sleep? My messy son has finally come to introduce himself. Start soon. Start, son. She looked strictly at her son, who blushed like a little boy when he had to meet Viera. Viera also liked him, which Peter didn't like at all. But he had to keep quiet because he didn't want to end up on the street with Viera again. My name is Thomas Bennet. Beautiful lady, my mother surely told you everything already. Thomas said, winking at Viera. Viera immediately cold-bloodedly using her instincts, showed her interest in Thomas and openly flirted. She wanted to wrap Thomas around her finger, which she did without any difficulty. Viera's vampire self, her dark side, charmed Thomas easily with the words, My name is Viera Orsak, but for you just Vierka. My boyfriend has been boring me for a long time. Maybe I'll give you a chance if you try harder, kitty. Peter looked at Viera in shock as she cold-bloodedly showed him she had no problem replacing him with Thomas. Peter didn't know that Viera's dark self was starting to do whatever it wanted with her vampire nature. Viera wanted both Peter and Thomas at the same time. She enjoyed watching boys fight over her. Peter immediately thought, Viera, you idiot! What are you doing again? I expected many things, but fighting for you with an English gentleman? That's new. Fine. I accept the duel. I want you at any cost. Vierka, you really know how to confuse a man. Let's go to work instead. Thomas Bennet said, completely red, when Viera started giving him looks which didn't escape jealous Peter. Viera blushing said, I love men. Two handsome guys close to me make wonders with me. I hope you don't mind, Tom, if I call you that. Thomas replied, You can do anything, Vierka. Meanwhile, they arrived at the pub by underground. After arriving, Thomas immediately gave them work. Both of you will work in the kitchen. Don't worry about anything. If you don't know something, the colleagues will help you. Work nicely. Viera and Peter noticed that nobody cared about them, so they started cooking just in case. Luckily, Viera had a talent for cooking. She showed Peter what to do and was an excellent cooking teacher for him. She cuddled up to him and gently showed him how to cut an onion, which gave Peter chills. Viera knew it and felt what she was causing in Peter, and she enjoyed her position as the cooking teacher. She kindly showed him, This is how you cut an onion, kitty, nice and slow. Peter was surprised. Viera, I really can't recognize you today. Viera replied with amusement. Can't you just enjoy working in the kitchen with your girl? I'm in a good mood today. Thomas Bennet watched them jealously through the window. Viera smiled at him seductively. She loved provoking handsome boys. He thought, my business will collapse if I don't do something. I have an idea. I won't be the bartender anymore, but Viera will. Viera's beauty will attract the attention of men and save my business. Plus, I'll separate those two. Nate, act now and immediately. Thomas rushed into the kitchen and announced, Vierka, I've been watching how well you work in the kitchen. I've decided to promote you. From now on, you will work as a barmaid behind the bar. You are so beautiful that we must use your beauty. My business will collapse if you don't help me. Please help me. You will earn 3 times more per month. Plus, you will get commissions from the profit. Do you agree? Viera squealed with joy and immediately hugged Thomas warmly and gave him a sweet kiss on the cheek, saying, For you anything, Kitty. Viera's beauty easily attracted the attention of all the men, who began happily coming to the pub only because of Viera and her legendary, unbelievable beauty. Peter began attracting the attention of his young, female colleagues who sensed a chance to win him for themselves. Finally, we got rid of the rival. This young man is ours. Over time, Peter forgot about Viera when he found himself in the young company of beautiful girls who began to like him very much. He worked in a young female team with 5 young single girls from Eastern Europe. Who knows how many of them were vampires? But that is another story. The end. Okay, people, what do you think about it? I like it. This chapter 3 is totally something different, as I like the first 2 seasons, and I want to continue with this kind of stories for season 3, and because I decided that season 3 of my novel has to be about more realistic stories about Viera and Peter, and I decided that Viera's dark side of herself has to be dangerous, evil, and Viera has to fight with her herself, because she cannot be a perfect apex predator who can control everything. It cannot work so, and I decided to add the love triangle between characters, and Peter and Thomas have to fight over Viera, and I added, of course, Peter's young female team full of young beauties from the Eastern Europe, because it has to be funny, and I think it's a good start of this season 3, and I want to continue with this the next week. But the next week it's Easter. Yes, people, the next weekend it's about Easter. Eastern or Eastern, I don't know right now, but okay. And I want to do. I'm thinking that I want to move the publication day of Peter's English Podcast. It's not publishing day but publication day. Hi, my English teacher. Thank you for your help with this important warning about the right word, how to title my publishing day. And Peter, it's not publishing day, it's publication day from now on. And I'm thinking that I want to move my publication day from Friday to Thursday, and I want to stream and record chapter 4 of season 3 of my novel on Friday, but I'm not sure right now, and I'm thinking and planning in the moment that it's a good idea. Well, we'll see. Okay, people, thank you for your watching. Thank you for your following. Read my novel, Viera the Vampire Diary, Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. You can read it on my website, that's petersenglishpodcast.com, or you can read on my Wattpad. And please follow me everywhere. Watch my podcast on YouTube and on Spotify, or you can listen to it on every bad on good podcast app. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I want to tell you, bye-bye!